We've been talking about the spiritual markers and the spiritual journey of Jesus Christ. In understanding what our faith is, also in understanding what the good news or what the gospel is all about. And to see the benefits it has, not in some ethereal realm, but the benefits it gives us today, living in very trying and difficult times. Incarnation, crucifixion, resurrection, ascension, and the return. Each has its important aspect in helping us understand what our faith is about and can help us in these times. Now, we're talking about the crucifixion. The crucifixion is more than just the Roman method of capital punishment during the time of Jesus. Of course, it was that. But there was spiritual ramifications for this particular crucifixion. It was to bear the sins of the world and to give forgiveness to those who believe. I'm going to give you a couple of readings now. One is found in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 27 and 28. It reads like this. And when he had taken a cup and given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you, for this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for forgiveness of sins." This, of course, is the word that Jesus gave on the night that he was betrayed, talking about the significance of this Passover meal that he was about to partake. Another passage I want to read is found in the Epistle to the Romans, and it'll be in chapter 5, and I'll be reading verses 6 and 8, if I could find it here. Chapter 5, 6 and 8 goes like this. For while we were still helpless, at the right time Jesus died for the ungodly. That's verse 6. Verse 8. But God demonstrates his own love toward us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Now, this talks even a little bit more about what this forgiveness is about. It is very gracious, and it is undeserved by us. See, two important words, forgiveness and it is gracious. It is undeserved by us. You don't know how important this is as we journey in Christ in real time. We not only have a position before God through the blood of Christ and being in the union with Christ. We are one with Christ because we are in him. But it helps us because there is a spiritual, emotional benefit that befalls us when we understand this truth. You see, let me tell you something. During this COVID crisis and during all this tension and political turmoil and wrangling, it's bringing out some of the worst parts within humanity in America. It might be revealing some darker sides in you. You might be getting a little bit more antsy. You might be getting a little bit more frustrated at the people you are sheltered in. You might be feeling a little bit more disappointed in yourself because you can't achieve or we can't achieve the goals that we have for ourselves. We may be harder upon ourselves. One thing, this is not an easy time. And so it's harder on ourselves and harder upon others. Perhaps we are getting a little shorter with people as we talk. You see, what the crucifixion tells us is that our basis with God is founded upon a grace of forgiveness. That none of us are perfect and none of us around other people are perfect. And you're seeing the imperfection all around us. In one sense, it should trouble us. But in another sense, it is what this world is. Because the crucifixion reveals the imperfection in man and the imperfection in you and me and the imperfection in family and the imperfection in society. And that from people who follow God, the solution is a magnificent and extraordinary and a spiritual gracious forgiveness that we have received from God and we bestow upon other people. I'm not saying that the times we are living in are easy. I'm not saying that you're always the most gracious of people. But what I am saying is that through our faith in God, we have a solution and we have a spiritual comfort for the imperfections that we find within ourselves and with those around us. Remind ourselves of the second marker, the crucifixion, and the forgiveness of the grace that is found within it.